Hi there, welcome back to David at Go To Hobbies. Right, how can anyone have faith in this government? How can anyone trust them, let alone, have confidence? Because it's not, you can understand if this government made one or two cock ups, right? But to be honest with you, they've made cock up after cock up after cock up. And it just go. I mean, I'm not going to list off what they've done, but you know as well as I do, it's been endless. And to be honest with you, you can understand that why people hate them so much, and the betrayal of every person in this country. But I tell you what I didn't know, and that is a fellow YouTuber. When I say YouTuber, a person that watches the YouTube or actually has his own channel, a viewer, just call it a viewer, made a comment about Canada, New Zealand, and Australia, and that the governments over there are doing exactly the same. Which leads me to think, is it an agenda what these governments have? In other words, a new world order. Is it Agenda 2030? I don't know. But I haven't done research on Agenda 2030, but I will have a look at it and find out. So my assumptions were, is it New World Order? Bear with me for a second. Sorry about that. One of the dogs decided to bite his head off. So I was thinking, is it a New World Order? Is it a lead up to World War Three? Is it what was my other one? Bear with. Sorry, I don't remember what the next one was. But obviously, there's something going on behind the scenes. Could it be Freemasons? I don't know. I really don't know. But if someone to point, but someone in another country can see, excuse that was my stomach. But if someone else in another country can see that their government is doing this to their people, it's not just an isolated event, is it? So what gets me is this: as an individual, I can't make a difference, but as a group of obviously like other YouTubers and stuff like that, a collective effort, then we can make some difference. But people like you watch videos like this, obviously feel that something's not right, and I feel that by voicing my opinion and showing you what I see and what I think, and making my assumptions to what I think it really is going on behind the scenes. So if it's not just a single government, right, it could be a Freemason thing because it's global, right? So if it's not Freemasons, it's perhaps a new world order. In other words, an individual group of um, high, um, what's the word I'm looking for? Perhaps a select group of people, wealthy people, a controlling factor around the world, and they want to push an agenda through. It makes you wonder what's actually happening and why it's happening. What do they actually want to achieve by this? So that's why I'm leading to believe it's not just an accident, it's something that's been orchestrated and done deliberately. So the way I see it's this: we need to understand what is really going to happen, So in the UK, so if we have Nigel Farage in 10 Downing Street, Is it going to make a blind bit of difference? No, because probably he's a Freemason. Why? Because quite a lot of people in government could be Freemasons, big businesses are Freemasons, the police are Freemasons, law society are Freemasons. So it makes you wonder, and I dare say Tony Blair was a Freemason, or is a Freemason. So it makes me very suspicious and very wary about trust and about the feeling of them and us. So it leads me to the conclusion that I cannot ever trust governments again because of what they're doing. There needs to be a fundamental change in our society. In other words, do away with the government in the UK because they're not fit for purpose. It's just showing us that they're being betrayed. And I don't know what this global agenda or global group is doing, but something's up their sleeve and they're trying to do something or try and force something through. I think the other thing was to cause confusion and to try to cause a measure of control, and by doing something like that we become easier to control. So when I say easier to control, is you basically cause unrest, you cause uncertainty, and basically doing what they're doing. So people lose their trust in the organisation of government. I asked the question, and that is, could it be the Chinese? It just seems to me, just a thought I had, could it be AI doing it? I really don't know. Because if AI is that smart, it can control the media, it can put words up, it can do events. AI is getting very big for its boots. And I'm not saying it would, and I'm not saying it wouldn't, but I wouldn't put it past it. There's a theory there for you. Could it be AI? I don't know. I really don't know. But I'd be interested to see what your thoughts are. Is it AI doing this? Or is it a global elite New World Order doing it? There we go. Questions are posed. Questions are in the open. Let me know what your thoughts are. Because at the end of the day, your views and comments are very important. And all I ask is, would you consider subscribing? The reason why I say that, it helps people that like this type of videos see more of it, because when you subscribe, it allows the video to be promoted more to people like yourself that are enjoying the video. So thank you everyone, take care, and we'll see you soon.